beautiful island of Bali in Indonesia, known as the Island of the Gods. But it's not just the beautiful beaches and the clear blue waters that attracts millions of visitors each year. The island is also rich with culture and stunning scenery. But for 3 consecutive weeks, the world's leading badminton players have all been based here at the Bali International Convention Centre for the Indonesia Badminton Festival. And we've now reached the culmination of the entire tour, the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals, featuring just the top 8 players and pairs in each of the 5 disciplines. And these are the magnificent trophies the players are playing for this week, plus the little matter of $1.5 million prize money. Now, the format for this competition is 3 days of group round robin play, and today being day 3 means that today is the last chance to qualify for the semi-final knockout stage tomorrow. So our first match this evening is women's singles, and the number 1 seed Pornpawee Chochuwong, the All England beaten finalist, is up against Pusarla Sindhu, the reigning world champion and winner of the World Tour Finals 3 years ago. Then it's mixed doubles, and Yuta Watanabe and Orise Higashino, the Tokyo Olympic bronze medalists and winners of 3 World Tour titles this year. They're up against the Rio Olympic silver medalists Chan Peng-soon and Go Li-ying. We then have 3 men's doubles, and the first of those men's doubles is Hoki and Kobayashi, the number 2 seeds, the World Championship silver medalists and 2-time winners on the World Tour this year. They're up against the Malaysians Ong Yu Sin and Tiu Yi. Then we have the current world number 1s, Gideon and Sukamuljo, finalists at the last 4 World Tour tournaments this year. They're up against the former European champions Astrup and Erasmussen, and with only 3 in this group, it is absolutely vital that the Danes win this to qualify for the semi-final stage. Then the last of our matches, the 3rd men's doubles, Christo and Thomas Jr. Popov, the brothers from France, are up against Kusuma Wadana and Rambatan from Indonesia. Well, with women's singles being our first match in this evening's session, a chance for us to look at Group A. And this is very simple because in this group, 2 players have won their 2 matches so far, and it is the 2 players we're about to watch, Pornpawee Chochuwong and Pusarla Sindhu. Lena Kristoffersen came 3rd in the group, and congratulations to her and indeed to Yvonne Lee, because they were both making their first appearance at the World Tour Finals. So the first of our matches, the court officials already on court awaiting the announcement of the players. It is the number 1 seed Pornpawee Chochuwong up against the number 3 seed and former champion Pusarla Sindhu. Both these players have contested a World Tour tournament final this year, but neither of them has won a title in 2021. So the first player announced into the venue, and it's Pornpawee Chochuwong, the number 1 seed, and she was beaten finalist at the All England Championships earlier this year. And the reigning world champion, Pusarla Sindhu, won the gold medal in Basel in 2019, and it's obviously a venue that she likes playing it, because her only final so far this year was at the Swiss Super 300 event in the very same venue in Basel. So the umpire for this one is Duraj Gunadre from Mauritius, as we see that this will be a 7th meeting between these 2 players, and the reigning world champion has won 4 of the previous 6 encounters. But the last time they met was indeed in the All England semi-final, and as I've told you, that Chochuwong reached the final. She obviously beat the reigning world champion in Birmingham in that semi-final stage. In fact, it was 21-17, 21-9, a very one-sided second game in Birmingham. So Pusarla Venkata Sindhu, the former champion, against Pornpawee Chochuwong. Chochuwong, 23 years of age, from Rayong on the east coast of the Gulf of Thailand. Currently enjoying her 37th consecutive week as world number 10. Making her second appearance at the World Tour finals, lost in the semi-final of the 2020 edition, which was staged in Bangkok earlier this year. Well, both of her first two matches won in 2 straight games. First of all against Yvonne Lee from Germany, and then Lena Christoffersen. It was a very good match against the young Dane, 22-20, 23-21 in 45 minutes. So to the reigning world champion, the number 3 seed this year, and she was winner of the end-of-year championships, the World Tour finals in Guangzhou in 2018, beat Nozomi Okuhara in the final, and in winning those World Tour finals, it's her first and only World Tour title. 26 years of age now, born in Secunderabad, which is just North Hyderabad. Currently number 7 on the world ranking, but has been as high as 2. Finished the year at number 3 on the race to Bali, and she has played 6 tournaments this year on the World Tour, counting towards the 2021 World Tour. One final that I was telling you about in Switzerland, and her matches against the 2 European players were even more impressive than Chochuwong's victory over Christoffersen and Lee. So, as I was telling you, Diraj Gunodre from Mauritius and Michael Feiridal from Norway is in the umpire, in the service judge's chair. So, the all-important toss of the coin, but it was won by Chochuwong, who chose to serve, and therefore it was Pusarla Venkata Sindhu who had the choice of ends. Now, for 3 weeks we've been talking about the drift in this arena. Shuttle flying faster, going towards
on my right,
the far side of the court, as we will all look down.
And on my left, Pornpawee Chochuwong, Thailand. Pornpawee Chochuwong to serve. Love all. Play.
So, women's singles to decide who tops Group A. Both these players have qualified for the semi-final knockout stage by virtue of the fact that they've both won both of their previous matches within the group. That's just long, and that just emphasises what I was saying about the drift going faster towards the far end. Delighted to say that sitting alongside me once again is Steen Pedersen, former head coach of the Danish national team. And the last time they played, Steen, which was at the All-England semi-final stage, I think you and I were both surprised about how one-sided certainly the second game was.
I think it was surprising that Chochuwong could win so easily. All England, in my opinion, being an arena that suits the playing style of PV Sindhu.
It's gone long as well, once again proving the drift
Service over. 2-1.
Oh yes, that's a beauty.
Service over. 2-all.
Strapping on the knee of Chochuwong, as far as I can see, the right knee. Is it just the shadows? Yeah, no, I think there's some skin-colored tape.
Well, she's certainly played a fair amount of badminton of late. But then most of the players here have been playing a lot of badminton. Both these two were semi-finalists at the Indonesia Open Super 1000 event last week. Both lost in the semi-final stage. It's just wide.
The ones they lost to, they're in the opposite group, aren't they? Wasn't it Yamaguchi and Anseong?
It was Yamaguchi. No, it wasn't.
No?
It was Aung Se Young lost or beat Chochuwong, and Ratchanuk beat Pusarla.
That's right. That's right.
Chochuwong had beaten Yamaguchi in the quarter-final stage a week ago. Oh, straight down the line. That's magnificent smash.
5-2.
Longest rally so far. It's a good start by Chochuwong, isn't it?
Yeah.
And incidentally, 2 players in the women's singles discipline from Thailand at these World Tour finals. And it's the 4th time that that's happened with 2 players from Thailand. Oh, that's a nice attacking play from Pusarla Venkata Sindhu.
6.
She is really an attacking player, isn't she, don't you think?
Well, I think it's difficult to sort of put a stamp on her. But if I had to put a stamp, I would say no. I would say she's a retrieving player that then at some point counter-attacks with a very, very good smash.
3.
Because if she was an attacking player, I think she would seek the attack a bit more. That was what I would look at.
Maybe we have different definitions of attacking player.
She can attack.
Nice net shot from PV Sindhu.
4-7.
That's how she's known in her home country, simply as PV Sindhu. Look how she reaches out to try and take that net shot as high and as early as possible. How would you describe Chochuwong then?
A player who tries to control the rallies who tries to take the initiative. So try to play better and better shots. Yeah, good save, but in vain.
Service over. 8-5.
Yeah, I think that just does
the difference in our definitions.
a very different definition, because to me you're either an attacking or a defensive player.
Yeah.
You're going far more complex about...
As always, Jill, as always.
As always. That's short. That's a great attacking clear.
9.
Yeah, she's got good shot quality. But I think it's as quickly as we move 1-2 players away from the stereotypes, it becomes really complicated, and you basically have to be able to do both things, because you will need different things against different players and different playing conditions and stuff like that. Because now my definition of Chochuwong as a player that likes to take control of the rallies and wants to sort of very much focused on creating her own lock. You could say the same. One of the things I use to make that judgment is that I feel that she's relying on shot quality a lot, and then would I then say that Chen Long was also a controlling player? Well, not necessarily, but he was at least relying a lot on shot quality, but he wasn't afraid to play a more passive rallying playing style. Of course, the former Olympic champion, he was also capable of attacking when that was the way to do things. So I would say the most attacking player in women's singles we have is Carolina Marin, obviously. From the very best players, and the most rallying player, in my opinion, perhaps Akane Yamaguchi.
And where does world number 1 Tai Su Ying fit in?
11.
Controlling.
6. Interval.
But controlling towards attacking, definitely not a rallying playing style. She wants to create her own lock.
So a good smash there from Pornpawee Chochuwong, and the mid-game interval with a 5-point advantage. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that the skill level of Chochuwong is improving all the time. She's got a beautiful hitting action.
6.
I don't know what it is with the Thai players, because Ratchanok Intanon's got a wonderful, easy, relaxed hitting motion. This player not quite as relaxed, but she's got wonderful skills.
Good shot.
Service over. 7-11.
Oh, that's a good net play there from PV Sindhu.
I have a feeling that PV Sindhu is looking to take control of the net area.
Yeah. And if she can do that, She has a chance to chase Chochuwong a bit more around court and prevent her from controlling as much as she would like to. Yeah, but I like the idea. It was just the execution that lacked a little bit, because the interception of the attacking clear. I mean, if you just clear back with a high clear, which we've seen a couple of times in the beginning here, then the initiative is still with Chochuwong, and she intends to use it. So I'd like the shot that Sindhu tried there, just flicking it below the tape, saying play from below the tape and see if you can create winners from there.
13, 8.
5-point cushion. Oh, that's quick coming forward. Now that's a good response, because she had been a second to the net in some of the recent rallies.
Yeah. Oh, that's also a poor defensive shot. We have to say that she had way too much time to get to the net, Chochuwong.
Going for a very acute angle.
15.
Oh my goodness, that's an absolutely terrific shot.
16, 9.
Watch the angle on this and how crisp it is. That is fantastic. Overdone it.
17, 9.
Oh yes.
Service over.
She's a tall athlete. You've got to get it past her or over her.
Yeah.
179, that's 5'11".
And that's the difficult part when playing the far side of the court. Good shot.
Oh yes.
11, 17.
Well, just 2 or 3 rallies ago, Chochuwong played that exact same shot,
yeah, she did,
to Sindhu. Sindhu just proving I can do it too.
We are having a little bit of slow playing conditions in here.
Challenge here.
Pornpawee Chochuwong challengers called out.
And when you have slow playing conditions, then the short connection time with the shuttle in the overhead attacking shots is really, really important. Oy, she's lucky.
Yeah, good challenge. Caught the line.
Correction. In. Service over.
Well, I can tell you, PV Sindhu was shaking her head at that.
18, 11.
Yeah. Small as the margins.
Yeah.
Play.
Very good shot.
Missed it. So 2 points away from the opening game.
11.
Chochuwong. Oh, that's a beauty. What a lovely shot.
It's over. 12, 19.
Yeah, good follow up again. And a nice way to bring up game point opportunities.
Game point 12.
Oh, that's well wide. So, opening game to the number 1 seed, Pornpawee Chochuwong.
by Pornpawee Chochuwong, 21-12.
Umpire confirming 21-12. 17 minutes for that opening game.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Oh, Chochuwong seems to have taken up the nose of the Hara
I thought exactly the same thing.
Stand at the edge of the court, giving herself a talking to.
Second game, love all. Play.
So 1 game to the good, the number 1 seed, Pornpawee Chochuwong, against the reigning world champion, Pusarla Sindhu. Yeah, well taken. Steen, I think we have to talk about the other group as well. Group B, we know the 2 qualifiers. Top of the group is Akane Yamaguchi, so she will be the number 2 seed, regardless of who wins this match here. And Aung Se Young was second in the group. In fact, I'm sure, right on the seedings, but they will be opposite ends from the winner of this match.
The 2 winners cannot play each other.
Exactly. And who plays against the 2 winners is drawn, so it's not a crossover. And, you know, I do wonder, you've been checking the head-to-heads.
Yeah.
Is there a significance that, I mean, quite frankly, I mean, the 2 outstanding players of the last 3 months are both in the opposite group, Akane Yamaguchi and Aung Se Young.
Yeah, the thing is that both these 2 players that we're watching here, they have never beaten Aung Se Young. It's 0-2 and 0-3 in head-to-heads for these 2 against Aung Se Young. And that means that the winner of this match has the options of playing the loser here, playing the exact same match, or playing Aung Se Young, whom they've got a bad head-to-head record against. Now, for matches against Kan Yamaguchi, then PV
Good
Sindhu.
shot.
PV Sindhu has a 12-8 advantage over Yamaguchi in the head-to-heads. So the way I see it, it doesn't matter that much for Sindhu whether she plays Yamaguchi. I mean, she would rather play. If I was Sindhu, I would rather play Yamaguchi, who I have a 12-8 head-to-head lead over, than I would play An Se-young, who I've never beaten. So I don't think she would necessarily care so much whether she wins this match or not, because it might actually set her in a more favorable position tomorrow. And then people might say, yeah, but An Se-young has lost to Yamaguchi, and perhaps she's a little bit tired after playing all these tournaments and so on. And that's correct. But we don't know. Maybe they're so fierce competitors that they just want to win every time they go on court. These two. I think Chochuwong has a slight deficit against Yamaguchi. Yeah, she's the head-to-head between Chochuwong and Yamaguchi is 4-5. So that also looks a little bit more appealing to me than 0-2 against An Se-young. But we don't know how the two players they perceive the situation. Self-confidence is also important, and it's a chance to get a win over An Se-young before they might run into her at the World Championships as well. So.
Service over. 5-3.
Just long.
Yeah.
6.
And the problem here for Chochuwong is that she can't put the same pressure on her shots to Sindhu's back line, because she's playing with the drift. And talking about that, the shuttles have been fairly slow all week. I have a feeling that they're not quite as slow in this match here.
Do you know, I did wonder that myself.
Yeah. Because we've seen all these little flicks with the racket, getting it steep, and punch clears and stuff like that, and that was very difficult in the previous days to get any kind of sharpness into those shots.
Service over. 7-4.
Well,
It's a poor judgment.
4.
Yeah, badminton terms, that's not particularly close. Oh, first service error of the match
5
from either player.
8.
That one was wide.
6-8.
that's what played. Excellent shots by Sindhu in all of that rally there, where she had exactly the right pace and trajectory on the attacking clear there.
10, 6.
Well, it's almost a complete mirror image of the opening game, isn't it, at the moment? Score-wise.
Yeah.
She's really working Chochuwong.
I'm positive the shuttles are faster today than yesterday after seeing this rally.
6, interval.
So, as with the opening game, the scoreline at the mid-game interval is 11-6, but in contrast to the opening game, here in the second, it's Pusarla Venkata Sindhu who has the advantage. Yeah, well left. Clearly long.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. 11, 6, play.
It's very much looking at the moment, isn't it, Steen, that we'll be into a third and deciding game before we know it.
Service over.
Didn't
7,
really commit to that
12.
last shot, PV Sindhu. But that's staying back, trying to cover the middle of the court.
And it's gone wide.
8, 12.
Couple more points here, and all of a sudden the psychology of the closer scoreline could put a different complexion on things.
9.
Interesting.
12.
Much slower smash. And Sindhu, no power from her opponent to feed off on her defensive shot.
And it's often problematic when you have to gauge how much speed you have to put in a defensive shot yourself instead of just blocking a full pace smash.
Indecision cost her dear.
It's over. 13, 9.
Good shot.
Overdone it.
14, 9. Service over. 10-14.
Well, this is still possible for Pornpawee Chochuwong.
Yeah, it is.
I felt at the mid-game interval that if Pusarla could have really kept her score moving, she won one more point after they resumed play for 12-6, but I felt that she was looking as if she could begin to dominate this second game.
Yeah. Then a couple of mistakes crept in on service return, on the soft smash, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
Another mistake.
Oh, she's challenging that.
Pusarla Sindhu challengers bowled out.
Yeah, it was way wide.
Successful. One challenge remaining. 11-14. Play.
Yeah. Well, well, well. 2 points in it.
12-14.
Yeah. It was the body attack once again that did the damage. PV Sindhu getting stuck on her forehand defence, couldn't really sway her body out of the way to give herself proper freedom to play that forehand defensive shot.
Yes.
Oh, swaying. My goodness me.
Service over.
Well, Sindhu has done a very good job from that far side of the court of really moving her opponents back to front, to the back of the court again.
And especially the last shot here, she's played that on a number of occasions, that flat drive to the back line. Also had a couple of attempts in the from the forehand side, but they've ended up a little bit short where Chochuwong has been able to intercept. We've been really, really dangerous against the left-hander.
Oh, that's a lovely shot.
Service over. 13-15.
That was more hoping than believing
Yeah,
it, wasn't it? Yeah. Wonderful placement from this lady. Once again, just 2 points the deficit.
And Chochuwong is not playing any clears anymore.
14.
1 point in it.
15.
It's harder work physically.
Much harder.
If she's going to keep hitting in a downward direction, no clears.
Yeah, and that's where I feel that perhaps the good side has changed from yesterday or previous 2 days till today. The previous 2 days it's been really, really slow, and it's been possible to kill it from this near side here, where it's the far side that has been the worst side in my opinion. It's probably not the case today. Oh.
Service over. 16-14.
Awfully slow to get up again.
Yeah.
Chochuwong. I didn't think she'd turn the ankle.
No, I was more worried about the knee. But she seems okay. But it was the slow recovery from
Yes.
that position that got me a little bit worried, like if she'd felt something in her knee or something.
It's over. 15, 16.
There was a clear.
16.
It was
All.
clear.
And back level.
But I mean, Sindhu doesn't look too worried. What? It was not out.
Challenge here
Pusarla
from
to
Sindhu.
challengers. Called out.
It was out.
Challenge unsuccessful. No challenge remaining.
Yeah, no challenges remaining.
17, 16.
So into the leads.
Play.
First time she's been in the leads since she was 2-1 up in this second game. That's gone wide. Yeah. A
Service
little jump
over.
up and down of
17
frustration
all.
from Chochuwong. Oh, that's a beauty. What a super shot from Pornpawee Chochuwong.
Service over. 18, 17. Sindhu.
Yeah, got the net cord. Gosh, that's good skill, isn't it?
Play.
Yeah. Well left.
Service over. 18 all.
That's
Way
another
out,
one gone
way out.
wide. So 2 points
Service
away
over. 19,
from winning the match.
18.
The number 1 seed, Chochuwong. Wasn't the best of serves to start the rally, was it?
Service over. 19 all.
That's a nice angle. Oh, that's a beauty. Oh, she's left another one that's landed in.
20.
Candidate for best rally of the match, this
19.
one, in my opinion.
Change.
Not only one of the best rallies, but also the longest so far. It's clearly in. So, game point opportunity for the reigning world champion, Pusarla Sindhu. Oh, she's got it back. Don't believe it. Missed it. Having saved an incredible shot coming off the frame of the racket, she then misses what was probably an easier shot. Yep, clearly wide. And one game all. 21-19, the second game in favour of the former champion, Pusarla Sindhu.
14-18.
ลูกเบาอ่ะเราไม่กลัวแล้วขึ้นเร็วหน่อยแต่ไม่ต้องเร่งอะไรเยอะไม่ต้องทุ่มไม่ต้องฝืนนะไม่เป็นไรแพ้ก็ไม่เป็นไรไม่ต้องฝืนตีตามจังหวะเขาก็ไม่เร่งนะเขาก็ดูตีดูเราเหมือนกันแต่เราไปบีบเกมเองไม่เป็นไรนะตอนนี้คือเขาไม่ต้องเล่นอะไรขนาดนั้น
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Court. Final game. Love all. Play.
So third and deciding game. Number 3 seeds, the reigning world champion Pusarla Sindhu, serving, getting this third game underway against the number 1 seed, Pornpawee Chochuwong.
1 love.
And I can't help but think, Steen, about the other 2 semi-finalists that we already know in the women's singles, and that's Akane Yamaguchi and Unsei Young, because they played. Well, in fact, Unsei Young didn't play today. She didn't play today because she had a walkover against Yo Jamin. But they must be sitting in their hotel rooms.
Or maybe by the pool.
Watching
with the
this.
Big screen.
Or by the pool, having their supper by the pool.
Yeah. And hoping for a really, really long match.
Yeah. So there is a chance, as we explained earlier, that these 2 players could play each other in the semi-final tomorrow.
Yeah. I don't hope that. I hope that we'll see new opponents.
Yeah, I think everybody hopes that.
Yeah. But maybe not these 2, because I think actually this will be their best chance of going to the final if they play each other again tomorrow. I have both Akane Yamaguchi and Unsei Young as the favourites if they play across from what I've seen today, but of course things can change.
3, 1. Change.
Completely mistimed that defensive shot.
3.
That's a good shot for both players that round, the head cross drop. Both Chochuwong and Sindhu plays it really well. And this is very efficient in this match.
Oh, that's a beautiful net shot. Forehand spinning net shot from Chochuwong. Look at that. My goodness, spinning and tumbling. Look at that. That's amazing. Terrific shot. Oh, good defence. Oh, yes. Gosh, she's working hard, is Chochuwong.
Yeah, she's really taking some walks in between the rallies. But now Sindhu is standing, touching her shoelaces, and that's also a sign that she's
feeling the pace.
yeah.
Well, while they take a little break, I can just tell you that only 3 players in these World Tour finals in the women's singles discipline have actually won a World Tour event this year, and that's Yamaguchi, Busanan Ongbang and Anse Young. Only 8 World Tour events this year, though, because of the global pandemic. But 3 players who've won World Tour titles, not actually here. Of course, Carolina Marin, who has had knee surgery since winning the Swiss Super 300. But also the All England champion, Nozomi Okuhara. She's not here. Been out injured since the Olympics.
Yeah.
And one other, Steen. That's wide.
One other winner
who's not here. A winner at an event that you commentated on.
One that I commentated on. Spain Masters.
Yeah.
I've forgotten who won it.
Wadani.
That's right, Putri Kusuma Wadani. That's right. That was interesting to see her play and also play in Sudirman Cup and Uber Cup.
Good rally.
Good shot.
This is an important point because they're both hurting. They're both tired in that rally.
5 all. Change. Play.
Missed it.
6 5.
Short.
It's interesting, though, don't you think, Steen, that Chochuwong was waiting for that cross court from the round the head
Yeah,
position.
she was.
Look, she's waiting for it. And then a full.
Fantastic reply, playing it back at the net, because that sort of takes away the initiative from her opponent.
Yeah. And makes her run the full diagonal of the court as well.
Yeah.
Clearly in.
7
I wonder
6.
if the drift is more pronounced today, Steen. Do you think was
Maybe.
both of them have made some really poor, by their own standards, judgment issues at the back of the court, this near side.
The umpire of the match, Arthur Zelensnoy, Estonia, and the Soviet, Mohammad Ezan Salman, Malaysia.
8 6.
Please welcome Tang Chunman and Si Ying Sui, Hong Kong, China.
Well left that time. Good judgment.
Service over. 7 8.
So I think that's one service error apiece.
And Melati Deva Octavianti, Indonesia.
Oh, that's a beauty. Absolutely pinpoint accuracy.
Service over. 9 7.
Oh my goodness, well reached. Oh my goodness. What a delightful shot
7
by Pornpawee Chochuwong. The reverse slice. And it left Sindhu absolutely stranded. Look at that, rolling the racket head.
Seems like she's really conserving her energy for the rallies, Chochuwong, because when she walks in between the rallies, it seems like it's a game time decision whether she wants to play the next rally or not. But really picks up speed once the shuttle is in the air, and that's of course a good thing.
Yeah. And goes to the mid-game interval, and the
11,
change of
7.
ends with a 4-point advantage.
Change ends.
Most importantly, it's 6 of the last 7 points to Chochuwong. 5-6 down she was to 11-7 up.
แต่มันไม่ค่อยถูกมันรอพอรอเราขึ้นมันอาศัยแบบง้างแล้วเกี่ยวลงเพราะเรากลัวหลุดกลัวมันตกไงเข้าใจไหม
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
ขโมยแต้ม
Well, 6 of the last 7 points, and you feel that the momentum is with Chochuwong.
Yeah, and she sort of defended her far side of the court. Won the first game there convincingly, and also won the first part of the third game here. So what is she going to do against Sindhu, who will probably try and put her on the back line, as we saw with some good flat drives.
It was landed in.
Service over. 8, 11.
It's Indonesia. There needs to be sideways drift. There's no one here. There's no sideways drift here in Bali.
Well, we did think there was a little bit earlier on, but I don't think there is now.
No.
I think the playing conditions are pretty good. There's always some drift in these big venues, natural air currents, warm air rises, and therefore there's going to be a bit of a drift regardless of air conditioning or whatever. There always is a bit of a drift.
Oi, stays in. That's important for Chochuwong. It's also obvious that she has some kind of plan, or at least I think she looks like she has some kind of plan that she found it there in the later stages in the second game, that she needs to attack, she needs to control. I just think she's overdoing it a little bit here. She was in trouble because she overcommitted and tried to finish it a little bit too early, so super important to stay in balance. Basically for both players, but especially for the ones who's got a more difficult backline to hit, which is Chochuwong at the moment.
Oh yes.
13, 8.
8 of the last 10 points.
Service over. 9, 13.
Oh, that's brilliant. She threaded that down the line.
Service over. 14, 9.
Gosh, that's good control, isn't it? What does Sindhu do here, Steen? I mean,
she needs to take control. She needs to get Chochuwong off balance, and one of the situations where she could do it is in the service situation, a little deception. This is also good. Try and control more, like you said in the first game, Jill, that she was trying to sort of take the net away from Chochuwong. I think that's really, really important that she does that. That she controls the front court. Nice little wiggle with the racket there, and that did the trick. The problem is if Chochuwong can hit the backcourt accurately from her own backcourt, or keep firing these accurate smashes. She's got to play that downwards. Yeah.
Pushed it wide. When you said she's got to put it downwards, are you talking about PV Sindhu?
Yes.
Or, yeah.
To avoid being attacked from above the shoulder by Chochuwong. So basically, that's the problem. I mean, basically they have to apply the same playing style. And there's drift and the shuttles are reasonable speed. Both want to go for the attack, but Sindhu should have the advantage as she can play the backline with more confidence, 14. Like we see here. So I think there's still this drift alongside the court. The shuttles are a little bit faster, but we're close to good playing conditions because the shuttles have become faster and the drift is not too severe. She isn't closing it. I mean, it was a really good net shot from Chochuwong, but Sindhu isn't closing it down. She's just waiting for the lift.
It was a really good net shot, wasn't it? Got the top of the tape, trickled over. Overdone it.
16.
Well, time is running out for the world champion.
Now a little deception and a service return to the net. Good shot.
Service over. 13, 16.
I like the little flick, but it should have been directed to the center of the court so she doesn't give away any angles for PV Sindhu. Excellent cross defense there by the Indian.
You must be ready to play. Look at your opponent.
Good umpiring. That's a lovely punch clear. Oh, it's just wide by a whisker. Well,
Pusarla, Sindhu challengers.
PV Sindhu begs to differ. The instant review system will be asked to adjudicate for us. Was indeed
Challenge.
just wide.
Unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 17, 13. Play.
Was challenge now from Chochuwong.
Pornpawee Chochuwong challengers called in.
Here we go. Oh, clearly in.
Challenge. Unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 14, 17.
Clock 2, 20 seconds. Clock 2, 20 seconds.
Late. Pusarla Sindhu challengers.
So now
out.
a challenge from PV Sindhu. But have we seriously had 3 challenges in 3 rallies?
Yeah. Winning by lawyer.
Oh, what a good call by the line
Challenge.
judge.
Yeah.
What a good
Unsuccessful.
call. So no challenges
No
left
challenge remaining.
for Pusarla
Service
Venkata
over.
Sindhu.
18, 14. Change. Play.
That's well played. That's
Yeah.
fantastic play from this near
19,
side of the court.
14.
Making the opportunity bigger and bigger for every shot and staying in balance, so there's no way out of it for Sindhu except if she makes a really, really high quality shot.
Match point
20,
opportunities
match point 14.
after an hour and 10 minutes. Match point opportunities for the number 1 seed, Pornpawee Chochuwong. And she's done it. First time of asking 21-14 in the deciding game. And Pornpawee Chochuwong will be the number 1 seed in the
Match won by
semi-final
Pornpawee Chochuwong.
knockout draw.
21-12, 19, 21, 21, 14.
Here's the final rally. Yeah. Great length to that shot from Chochuwong. Yeah, and the Thai coach extremely happy with his player. So 21-17, 19-21, 21-14 in the deciding game in a match lasting an hour and 11 minutes. So coming up next we have mixed doubles and a Group A. A match to decide who tops the group. Yuta Watanabe and Orisa Higashino up against Chan Peng Soon and Go Liu Ying. So welcome back to the Westin Resorts here in Bali and the Bali International Convention Centre attached to the resort. It is a wonderful facility and we are in the last of the group matches here at the World Tour Finals. 8 players and pairs